Just to jump in there, Noel, obviously you've got some really good looking projects at Highway and your Kingsgate projects. What are the intentions moving forward now that you do have something very exciting there with obviously the Challenger West project?
Look, it's taking us 18 months, about 4.5 million of spend to get to where we are now. So we're moving on, as I said, so the Challenger's drill ready. We're going there. Highway, we've got a few things to iron out with the gravity survey and to identify some of these targets. And Kingsgate obviously is getting land access and then walking in there and start collecting samples and having a clearer picture of what we're actually playing with. We know it is high quality. We know it's high purity, but what number it is, that's the next step. So in just trying to get an answer to you, those are the flow of news and timing. And it is now where we start to get the real value, to release some of this real value for the projects.
So it's just ticking away day by day at each project and then just hitting those little milestones. I guess it will like forward looking businesses. If you were to go a year, 2 years down the track, where do you see each one of these projects and which one do you see being the biggest? Do you see the gold side of things, obviously with the new project that's come along, or do you still see it with the two current projects that you started out with originally with?
Look, when we started Taiton, I guess the word used is agnostic of what we want to do. But the key was that we want to build a mineral resource system where high value projects. We don't want to talk about postage stamp kind of projects. And hence that was the concept. So the way it turned out, Highway was the focus, and then Challenger popped his head out when we started getting these results in. And that was looking like much bigger than what we had envisaged.
Yep.
So the next step for it was obviously trying to monetize this. And look, Highway's the next thing we could drill. And I'm being realistic, we're going to hit or we're not going to hit. There's still that potential. There's no guarantees in that side of things. But the value released from a decent gold project, look, there's a gold mine next to us with plant. And they're ready to talk to us if we did find something. So we don't need to find, say, 1 million ounce to make that work. If we got 200,000, I'm talking in theories here, 200,000, we could actually monetize that with our discussion next door, who has a plant that's in care and maintenance, right? So we could actually get that to happen much sooner. We're not isolated like a lot of projects out there in the marketplace.
And so I was just going to say a little bit of a competitive edge there. You've got that ability stuff there. We've just had a question come through to me, someone who was anonymous, but I was wondering the same thing as well. If you were to find gold at Challenger West, would you consider gold sale or a joint venture with the Challenger mine?
Look, I get that very often. I guess the end of the day is that it's either going to be a fork in the road. I call it the fork in the road. And whatever value comes to us, and that's where we would pay. Now, if we said, look, the guy offers you a figure to do this, it's a JV, why not? We can't do it alone and reduces the risk for the rest of the projects for the company. So there's nothing out of the question. We will pick the most economical and what works best for us, obviously. And to make it work, obviously, we need to see what the other party, if they win and we win, then we all win.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes a good deal, good partnership. Win-win situation.
That's right. Yep.
And we've just got another one pop through really quickly just sent as well. What else? What other minerals, materials are at Challenger West? Is it sulfur? And if so, what other ones?
Look, one of the key things when we went out there and we put that out in the announcement was that there was a lot of iron, right? There's strike length of 1 kilometer plus, not continuous, but we saw a lot of iron on the surface, a lot of floats, and some you might even stretch and say subcrop, but they were going 54% iron, 45% iron. We actually thought there might actually be a biff there. But at the end of the day, look, gold is the key out there. Who knows what else is there? But I think the focus is on gold. I don't think we're thinking any further than gold. I'll settle for 500,000 ounces of gold. So look, it's probably too early at this stage to say what other minerals are there other than gold. I hope that answers the question.
Excellent. That's probably going straight to the point. It sounds like you've got a lot of confidence, right? Obviously, you're taking on that next situation, drill tested, Challenger West. What was the sort of key indication that you were like, the team were thinking, let's start this drill testing? Were there certain key milestones, or is it more of a gut feel and obviously the readings behind it? What was the main catalyst for that?
So I'm assuming you're referring to Challenger West, and it is basically here that you're looking at. You're looking at effectively the reasons why the confidence, it started off one box ticking, hey, we know we got some anomalous samples along coincident with these structures. We went on to the ground, had looked at the ground, and we started seeing quartz float everywhere. We're seeing this strong iron. We're seeing very strong fabric, some structural fabric on the ground. And you say, yeah, we should do more sampling, which we did. And Then
Yep.
bigger numbers started popping up. That was pretty much those boxes ticked. And we said,
Yep.
yep, I think this is a drill target that requires.
Are you, I guess in regards to the drill testing at Challenger West, is that going ahead quicker than you first anticipated, or are you running on time, or are you running a little bit behind schedule? Obviously, that's something a lot of shareholders look at in this sort of industry. Is it on schedule, would you say?
Look, it's faster than scheduled in terms of where we thought we would be in terms of a drill ready target with such confidence. And the next step will be getting the heritage and obviously clearing these sites.
Yep.
So that's a matter of timing. We would like to be there when it's not in the middle of summer. So that's like in process now. We put in the applications to the mines department for what they call EPIRB application. So West Australian version of POW, and then we'll get the heritage sorted out at the same time. So look, fingers crossed, 6 weeks we'll be on the ground drilling.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. Is never a finite timing this game.
I had another question on my end. It's probably one that obviously shareholders are always curious about with early stage mining projects is capital, right? Obviously capital raising, those sort of things. What's the outlook on the capital raise, or is there anything in terms of balance sheets that needs clearing up?
Look, capital raising is tough. We're in the process of doing that now. We're actually very close in discussion. In saying that, there is a reason why there's a saying called "Hey, the money's in the bank." Well aware, acutely aware what cash we need. We're out there talking to cornerstone guys as well as on the retail side, but we'll share that with the market a bit when we get closer in that sense. But yeah, we're out there. The market's tight. I think the market's tight for projects in general, but if you can put a good case across, investors tend to back that as well.